is no live action anime that comes close to how good Speed Racer was.
Alrighty then, if you haven't watched the video, go watch the video. He basically talks about and gives his thought that Speed Racer is one of the best adaptations from anime to live action, and I have to agree, and here's why. First things first, yes, I am a big fan of Speed Racer. I liked it. I barely have seen a little of the anime here and there, but watching this movie made me more a fan of racing and stuff like that. Because, first things first, I feel like the two aspects of this movie that kind of not ruined it, but probably didn't make it as good, was probably the CGI and a little of the acting. Everything else, in my opinion, is kind of perfect. The CGI, there are some moments where it looks off and just you can tell that's CGI. But I feel like they kind of did that on purpose, you know. And the second thing is the acting. I feel like the acting was trying to mimic and copy the same tone, the vibe from the original anime of Speed Racer. Because there's sometimes where the acting is actually pretty good. There's sometimes where the acting is okay. There's sometimes where the acting is kind of cringy. But as you can tell, they're trying to mimic from the anime. And besides that, the whole premise of the movie is still interesting. Like, if I had to explain it based on my viewpoint, it's basically a little brother who's trying to keep the legacy of his brother by being a good racer. Not be better than his brother, but kind of prove that, you know, everything his brother left, he can catch up to it. He can do as well. That he's still, you know, that even though his brother's the best, I can still be as good. And then he goes into this journey, stuff like that, until he meets a guy who ironically appeared when his brother disappeared and stuff like that. You know, but besides the whole movie, it's enjoyable. I love it. I will watch this every once in a while to not forget about it, but also to realize I feel like this movie really tried to make sure they did it right, but also keep, you know, the tone like I said, because like I said, I love the design from the Speed Racer car. It looks clean, it looks nice, all the gadgets, all the cool stuff. I enjoyed it, and the hype for the racing moments, great. And this is the movie that, as well as other type of movies, when it comes to racing, made me become a fan of it. Wanna maybe try racing or play racing games and stuff like that, or become more of a fan of cars. And it's fine if you hate this movie. It's fine if you don't like it. But you gotta admit, it's not a horrible adaptation. You know, but that's my viewpoint. That's my thoughts. Let me hear your thoughts. What's your thoughts on Speed Racer, the movie? Do you guys love it? You guys hate it? You have mixed feelings? Let me know. Because for me, it's not bad.